Hello and welcome to this new episode of Football Manager 2019, where we put Lionel Messi in charge of Barcelona Football Club. Can he recreate his success as a player as a manager? We've put him in as player manager, so he is still in the team. Can he win as many trophies as he has as a player? Can he do better as a manager? We shall find out. He's on the same contract as he was as a player. I'm sure that will change as it expires in 2021. Will he get that far? Let's have a look at the season preview and we'll go ahead a year and see what happens. So we are 1 year ahead. Barcelona have come second in their first season under Lionel Messi and only lost 2 games. One of them was to Valencia, and Real Madrid was not far behind winning the league. Let's take a look and see. He is still in charge, which is good. Otherwise this experiment will be void. They won the Super Cup, beating Sevilla 3-1 in extra time. Champions League against Monaco, they won. Borussia Dortmund in their group as well, by the looks of things, and Club Brugge. Let's go scroll down. They've done well in the Spanish Cup semi-final. Champions League knockout stages. Hoffenheim 4-1 in the first leg, 3-0 in the second leg. Lost 2-1 in the first leg to Juve, but won the home leg 1-0. They went on to beat Real Madrid in the semi-final. And they lost in the semi-final second leg. And they also lost the Spanish Cup final. Not a bad season for his first time in charge. So let's have a look to see if anything's changed. He did play a lot of games. He played himself 34 times and scored 13 goals and got an average of 8.03. Any landmarks are in there. He won the Super Cup, obviously, and he is the Spanish Cup runner-up. As you can see, it's in his milestones down below. Semi-finalists in the Champions League, which it doesn't say there. I think what we'll do is we'll go and have a look at the transfers and see if he brought anyone of relevance. Let's have a look. He spent 190 odd million on players, sold 60 odd million. Malcolm, he also sold Paulino. But nothing spectacular. Let's go ahead one more year and see what happens and see if he can basically win any trophies. So here we are a year ahead. Barcelona have come third this season, losing 4 games, one of them to Atletico Madrid, and only 86 points, which was not very good considering Real Madrid were 11 points in front. Messi still in charge. Let's go to the schedule. Let's see if anything of relevance. They won the Super Cup final against Atletico Madrid. Let's have a look. Champions League. They played Tottenham, won at home 2-0. Bayer, they drew 1-1. Tottenham again away at Tottenham Stadium, 1-0. Champions League first knockout stage. Shakhtar, they lost 3-2, but they beat them 3-0 at home. That's a good result. Champions League quarter-final, they drew 2-2 Juventus, then beat them 2-1. And the semi-final, they beat Real Madrid 2-0 and 2-1. Lost the Spanish Cup final, but beat Liverpool in the Champions League final. And Messi scored in that final. So he scored and managed them to the Champions League final. Let's have a look at the transfers. Eden Hazard came over from Chelsea. Thomas Delaney from Dortmund. Who did they sell? Anyone? Again, nothing spectacular. Paulino, they sold him after buying him last season. Let's go to them landmarks. As you can see, he's got the Spanish Super Cup again there and the Champions League winners medal. Let's go ahead another year and see if Messi can perform any better. Finally, Messi has won the league with Barcelona as manager, losing twice to Real Madrid, 3-0 and 2-0 home and away. But 95 points, nevertheless, is a championship position first place. He is still in charge. and he's won his first championship. Who have we got in the team? Coutinho, Hazard. Okay, and he's still in there, he's still playing, he's still a player manager. Schedule. Let's take a look at the fixtures. They won the European Super Cup against Chelsea, 2-1 after extra time. Arsenal away, they lost 3-2 in the Champions League. Now, they are the defending champions of this Champions League. Beat Arsenal 2-0 at home. They won the World Club Championship final 3-1. And they beat Olympic Lyon 2-1 in the Champions League, first knockout round. Atletico Madrid in the second knockout round, the quarter-final, and they beat Juventus in the semi-final. They're again in the final, and have they won? They did. They beat Man City, another English club, 1-0 with Eden Hazard goal. Let's have a look at the transfers and see if anyone of interest. Not really. Spent a lot of money still. Sold 120 million. Got rid of Dembele as well to Man City. Let's go to the manager screen. As you can see there, again, Spanish First Division champions, first time for him as a manager. And again, the European Championship, or the Champions League as it is known. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead another year and see what happens. So we're here again for another year, and Barcelona this year haven't defended their title very well. They've come third, and they have got 82 points. They are way behind. Lionel Messi is still in charge as a player manager, and they lost the European Super Cup final, and they won the domestic Super Cup final, so they lost both of them. Man United drew in the Champions League. That was at home. Let's have a look at the other one. Away, they beat them at Old Trafford 3-1. They won the World Club Championship final again. Again, they were defending that. On to the Champions League. 0-0 in the first knockout round. 2-0 in the second knockout round. In the second leg, sorry. Juventus, they beat away. They drew away and drew at home. In the semi-final, they beat Paris Saint-Germain at home and lost away. And then again, they defended the Champions League and beat Milan 2-1 in the final. That's 3 Champions Leagues on the trot for Lionel Messi as manager. In the transfer market, nothing again of relevance. Bruno Fernandes and selling. Malcolm went to Manchester United, but again, nothing major. Rakitic went to Torino. Let's have a look at the landmarks here. So he's won the Champions League 3 times. Let's have a look. Yeah, Champions League. Absolutely fantastic. 3 times Champions League winner as player manager of Barcelona. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead another year and see if he can surpass that and keep winning these Champions League winners' medals. Here we are another year ahead, and they have come third in the Spanish La Liga, third place, losing a lot of games, and getting 84 points. Lionel Messi, third place in the La Liga. I can't see Messi anywhere on there. I'm guessing he's not a player manager anymore. In fact, he's not even there at all. He is gone. He is no longer the manager. So what happened? He lost this European Super Cup to Dortmund. Drew with Inter in the Champions League. Beat Anderlecht. Beat Liverpool at home. Anything else of relevance? Lost away at Anfield to Liverpool 1-0. Wow. Spanish Cup quarter-final. Went out of the Spanish Cup quarter-final. Lost to Arsenal at home 3-2. Beat them away at the Emirates Stadium. I was going to say Highbury then. But they went out in the first knockout round, defending champions 3 times on the trot. They went out in the first knockout round. So look at the transfer history. De Jong came in. Rodriguez. Anyone went out? Not really. Is Messi on there? No. So where is Lionel Messi? Okay, so they sacked him. And they sacked him at the end of the season. And they brought in this new guy. So basically, player manager Messi has gone to Arsenal to be a player. He's not managing Arsenal. He is gone there as a player on a full-time contract, 83,000 a week. There you go, and there it is in black and white. He only played 13 games last season for Barcelona in the end. So that's the end of that experiment then. He won the Champions League 3 times. He won the league once. He did really, really well. As a player manager, maybe he is the future for Barcelona. Thank you for watching this episode and hope to see you soon for another groundbreaking experiment. Cheers, guys.